Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Wanted to make a quick little video talking about the upcoming SummerSlam pay-per-view. Honestly, in my mind, looking at this, I mean, you already have Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker as your main event, and as Paul Heyman puts it, the match that's too big for WrestleMania, that it's being held at SummerSlam, is looking like it's a real big draw. People will always love to see Undertaker, people always love to see Brock Lesnar, and being able to see them go at it and actually having a meaning behind the match with the guy who broke the streak. Looks like it's going to break huge numbers. You know, when people were first finding out that Brock Lesnar and Undertaker were going to fight at SummerSlam, with Undertaker returning at Battleground, the news was breaking also that Sting was going to be a part of SummerSlam. As of right now, it looks like SummerSlam has been scrapped from Sting's schedule. It was that he was going to join, basically be the newest member of the Shield. Joining Dean Ambrose and joining Roman Reigns in a six-man tag, going up against Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and there's a slew of other people. I've heard that maybe Eric Rowan was supposed to return, and he wasn't going to be able to return in time. Maybe they were going to have Adam Rose or not Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's already in the Wyatts. Bo Dallas or Adam Rose would join in and find a way to, re-jump their careers as being a member of the Wyatts. When the Wyatts first debuted, honestly, in my mind, I thought they were a great group as a threesome, but I thought, honestly, to show the power of Bray Wyatt, they should have maybe took somebody maybe like Zack Ryder and made him join the cult, as he was sort of brainwashed, and then you could have a lovable babyface like Zack Ryder, who really wasn't doing anything, doing the deeds for Bray. Maybe even have some sort of a storyline with him breaking free. Maybe that's what they were doing with Daniel Bryan around WrestleMania 30. A lot of people were thinking that they were building towards a big breakout for Daniel Bryan, but in Daniel Bryan's book and as well as in interviews, he was just joining the Wyatts just to be able to do something, and it looked like he was going to be having a match against Sheamus at WrestleMania 30 that really wasn't going to mean anything. As you also had, the Luke Harper and Eric Rowan were going to be in that tag match, and then Cena was going to be in the match against Bray, which was going to be, as WWE saw it, as one of the main events. So Bryan versus Sheamus was a match that probably wasn't going to get little time, and then nobody was going to care about. So we all were lucky to get the miracle that we got. But I think it's going to be announced tonight on SmackDown, is that the three-way that was supposed to happen a month ago at the pay-per-view with Ryback, he's going to be making his return, going up against Big Show and The Miz. It looks like this is going to be a good show, as well as other matches that are going to be named as we go along. Even if we're not going to be getting Sting, the teaming of Ambrose and Reigns going up against Bray and Luke Harper could be really fun. People went bonanza they had the Fatal 4-Way. That's what it was. It was Orton against Reigns, Ambrose, and Rollins, and the Shield reunited, even if it was for 5 seconds, to get a short pairing of them on a big show like SummerSlam. That's a match that people are going to care about. It makes me wonder what they're doing with Roman Reigns. I thought that they're sort of rehabilitating him and sort of pushing him farther, but to me, honestly, it seems like Bray Wyatt is the ultimate killer to anybody that he gets in a feud with. If you think about how hot Dean Ambrose was last year, how hot Roman Reigns looked like he was coming out of WrestleMania 31. Even Chris Jericho was sort of staled out by Bray Wyatt. We'll see, what goes here. To put Ambrose in there, I really didn't know how over Ambrose was until I went to that house show in Stockton last week. People really love this guy, and they go crazy for him, and I got to give him his respect. That Rollins versus Ambrose house show match in the main event, which was the street fight, was one of the best house show matches that I had ever seen. It was a lot of fun. Tables, chairs. I guess we didn't get any ladders, so we can't go that far. But it looks like this SummerSlam is really coming together. It seems like all of the tag teams are going to be there, just like it's going to be at WrestleMania, trying to get everybody onto the card. But fun stuff all over. It looks like it's going to be a big show. With Sting not being there, maybe you can push Sting until next month. You saw how Undertaker returned at Battleground. Maybe you can even talk about Brock Lesnar fighting on that show as well. Sort of made the July show mean as much as SummerSlam has meant in the past, making it where people weren't able to turn off the WWE Network and not be a subscriber that month because they had their corporate big money call where they had to announce the number, and when they announced the number before SummerSlam, they wanted to have a strong number so the stock price wouldn't go down or anything like that. So SummerSlam's coming together, and I'm sure that they need to find a way to have a gimmick for every month to make sure people are subscribing, thinking that the show is really going to mean something. There's always going to be those shows like Battleground that if they don't have that big draw, they don't have really a name value that people care about. I mean, you can get away with not having the biggest Royal Rumble card of all time because people are going to want to know who's going into WrestleMania as the #1 contender. People are always going to think that the Hell in the Cell show is going to be fun because the Hell in the Cell match itself, is always a good match. WrestleMania is always going to be WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam always have that name value of knowing that they always had good cards when you were a kid and you were growing up, so you're always going to check those ones out. But we'll see what goes down. SummerSlam 2015 looks like a good card to me.